You turn around to see your explosive classmate causing another ruckus in the classroom. The corner of your lips quirk up the tiniest bit, turning into a small amused smile. You turn around instantaneously to avoid getting yelled at by both your crush and your teacher, who had just walked in. Yes, you had a small crush on the charming Bakugou. It was kind of ironic, really. You were known to blend in the background and stay out of everyone's business. It seemed isolated and distant to others, but it was simply a way of saying you'd rather be alone. You had been hiding the secret for so long, only telling a couple of your friends that you trusted with your life. It had been a shock to them, mostly because you were a quiet person that kept to themselves. Bakugou, on the other hand, was a very attention-drawing boy, always yelling at those damn extras, always calling people names, or telling them to get out of his way. Ah yes, a suitable partner. Bakugou's booming voice interrupted your inner monologue thoughts. "Shut the hell up, dunce face," he shouts, and you bite your lip from laughing. "My Anne, babe, you should just tell him about that little crush of yours. I swear he likes you back," Mina says, rolling her eyes. You weakly throw a pillow at her. "Stop saying that," you grumble, and roll over on her bed. "She's right, you know," Kaminari says, before going on his phone. "Not you two, you guys stop it," you say, although you sound harsher than you intended to be. "Oh, come on, why don't you believe us?" Kaminari whines. Rolling your eyes, you answer him. Because Bakugou is 1. Focused on being the #1 hero, and 2. Would not go for a background character. Gesturing to yourself, Mina scoffs. Bakugou wouldn't care if you're popular or not. You're strong and determined. He would love to be your boyfriend, she states. Plus, who knows? Maybe little Bakugou would make time for you. She continued, with a devilly glint in her eyes. Raise a brow, but shrug it off. The next day of school had started off unusual. The Baku squad had been acting quite eccentric from the start, but even more so, everyone except Bakugou. Rina and Kirishima kept giving you impishness, looking as they were to say, "We're hiding something and you didn't get to know," without actually speaking those words. Sarah and Kaminari would nudge you every time you passed by Bakugou, giving you the same looks as Kirishima and Mina. You attempted to inquire them about it, but as soon as you tried to ask, they were gone in the blink of an eye. Sooner or later, you started to get a bit irked about the whole thing, so you cornered the whole back squad and interrogated them. "Alright, why the hell have all of you been giving me weird looks or elbowing me whenever Baku is in the vicinity of the area?" You demand, crossing your arms and tapping your foot. "Vicinity? What?" Kaminari scratches his head. "She means whenever Baku's around," Kirishima whispers at him. Kaminari looks as though he had figured out the meaning of life. "Anyways, what the hell was that?" You order. They try to avoid eye contact. "You guys," you screech, miffed at how they weren't answering. "What did you do?" Your voice sounding kinda whiny. "Well, we kinda... started maybe..." Kirishima was then interrupted by the classroom door getting kicked open. "You..." A voice ceased. You turned to see Bakugou holding what looks like a box of chocolates, and a letter with a heart stamped on the front. "Huh?" You raised a brow in confusion. Bakugou throws you the letter, along with the chocolates. "Dear Bakugou, I've been meaning to tell you this for the longest time. I just didn't have the courage. I decided to make this letter short and sweet, nothing too over the top. I hope you enjoy the chocolates. I also hope you enjoy our date tomorrow at 6:30. If you didn't get it by now, I'm in love with you. Love. YNLN. You were mortified. You were angry. You were humiliated. You just wanted to curl up into a ball and hide forever. What the hell is this? You think you can just ask me on a date and give me those shitty chocolates with them extra? Bakugou roared. Ouch. Now that hurts. Sure, you didn't write the letter, and maybe you thought that Bakugou was going to reject you anyways, even if you asked him out for real. But there was still a tiny bit of hope in there. You hoped that he would like you back. Your expression quickly turned into a disappointed one. As you looked at him, look, I didn't write that letter, or give you those chocolates. None of this was me. You pause, and breathe, preparing yourself for his reaction. But I do like you, and I do want to go on a date with you. But judging from your reaction right now, I guess that won't be happening anytime soon. Or at all, actually, you say, with a smile. But your voice betrayed you, cracking on the end. You run your hands through your hair and sprint to the elevator, ignoring the calls from your friends. You idiot, what the hell did you do? You hear Mina's voice. After bawling your eyes out and going through 2 damn tissue boxes, you decide that's enough crying and sneak out of your dorm. It was fairly quiet, so you assumed it was a safe time to wash up. And get ready for bed. You almost made it to the bathroom when you hear his voice. Hey Ellen, get your ass over here. He glowered. You feel your stomach drop, and that nervous feeling comes back to you. You don't say anything, only giving him your attention and a raised eyebrow as indication for him to talk. Listen, about earlier, he muttered. I like you too. He murmured so quietly, you had to listen and really pay attention to what he said. After processing his words, you feel your heart swell and your lips crack into a smile. Really? This isn't you pitying me, is it? You ask hesitantly. What? Of course not, dumbass. I don't pity people. I didn't know how to act. So, sorry I guess. He practically had to force out the apology out of his mouth, and you couldn't help but laugh a bit. But then, you noticed the faint blush on his cheeks. Oh, so does that make you my boyfriend then? You ask. Suddenly feeling shy, he rolls his eyes. Come here, idiot, he says, opening his arms to you. You smile and leap into the hug. Bonus. These chocolates aren't actually that bad, you hum in delight, as you popped another one in your mouth. You and Sarah really picked good ones. You chuckled. He grunted and dug his head deeper in the crook of your neck. You got the hint and placed one in his mouth. He gave a noise of approval and made a mental note to pay Sarah and Mina back.